You're watching Breaking Point on Real America's Voice News. What an electric week in Washington, across the country. I was on the ground in Las Vegas last weekend covering Trump's no tax on tips speech. I have segments and man on the streets interviews for you throughout the show. But first, I want to get right to it. I want to bring on a very special guest today. He's doing a wonderful job here in Suffolk County, just outside of New York City, but it pertains to the whole country and where we're at. We have Lou Civello, the Suffolk County PBA president. How are you, Lou?
Doing very well. Thank you for having me, David.
Yeah, it's great to see you. And I know you wanted to talk about a couple of issues going on, especially the Kash Patel nomination for FBI director. And wanted to get your insights. And why is that important for you and your patrolmen?
Yeah, so it's critical for us. You know, in many ways, local law enforcement takes its cues from the FBI. They are the lead law enforcement organization in the country. So for us to have their priorities focused on what matters, on fentanyl, on violent gangs, on the influx of illegal immigrants committing crimes in this country is critically important. It helps us in our mission to keep the public safe.
Kash Patel, contentious hearings. Not being treated well by some of those senators, but he got over 300,000 law enforcement members nationwide to endorse Kash. And what's the general sentiment among your membership and also the Nassau PBA on Long Island here?
Yes, yeah, most certainly. That 310,000 includes thousands of officers here on Long Island, both in Nassau and Suffolk. So they are incredibly supportive of Kash. When you had the lead law enforcement organization in the land focused on school board parents and Catholic churches and policing, social media, while we had kids dying of fentanyl, it just made our job that much harder.
Yeah.
So we need a FBI that's free of political bias. We need an FBI that is going to be laser focused on terrorism, laser focused on these violent gangs. I mean, when you look at what we've gone through here in the last few years under Joe Biden's leadership, there was literally a woman set on fire in a New York City subway, and strap hangers simply had to watch her burn to death. So That's the sort of thing that we're dealing with. And, we need real resources. We need a federal partner, and Kash is the man to get that job done.
Yes. Trump was president back in 2017 to 2020, 2021, and came to Long Island and worked with over 200 law enforcement agents, state troopers, FBI, Suffolk County Police, to help break the cycle of MS-13 murders. I think there was 17 or 19 here. Did a phenomenal job. And I spoke to a lot of those business owners here who are El Salvadoran and Brentwood, and they were being shaken down for $400 a week, or they would go after their family members in El Salvador. Have you seen that cycle reversed a little bit under the Biden administration? And do we need to get back to because I hear it's like creeping up again?
Yes, certainly. I think we have lost a lot of ground on that front. We've had new Venezuelan gangs get a foothold here in Long Island and certainly in New York City. MS-13 had a death grip on this county, and President Trump was able to break it with real federal resources. He made it a priority. He actually traveled here to Long Island and made sure that we knew that he had our backs in that fight. That's what we need again, and that's what we're going to get, both with President Trump and with Kash Patel leading the FBI.
Yeah, Kash Patel, a Garden City native here from Long Island. I spent a lot of time with Kash and talking to him. I don't know many people who are sharper than him. And I think that, with his background and everything he's done and his family coming here legally, he understands, the sacrifices, the intergenerational sacrifices that business owners and illegal immigrants have made, and the situation, reflected against what's going on today is not sustainable. What has Suffolk County been doing to address illegal immigration?
We're attempting, and I'll tell you, we're in a unique position, Dave. So in President Trump's first term, we fully cooperated with ICE's requests. When we got violent felons that were also illegal immigrants, we held them and detained them for ICE. Under Joe Biden, we were sued for that. So the federal government was sued and Suffolk County was sued. So right now we're facing a $60 million lawsuit for doing exactly what the federal government asked us to do. Now, under Joe Biden, the federal government abandoned us. They gave themselves immunity from lawsuit and said, hey, you can't sue us, but go ahead and sue Suffolk County. And their answer to us when we say, hey, we're only doing what the federal government told us to do, their reply is, well, you didn't have to listen to us. So complete disgrace that they put us in that position. So we're attempting to reestablish that federal partnership where we can work with ICE now that President Trump is in office. I'm assuming that those policies are going to be reversed, and hopefully they can weigh in on that lawsuit and we can get back to the work of protecting the people here in Suffolk.
Sure. I wanted to ask you also, the situation on the ground here in Suffolk County and Nassau County. We were working with Democrat county executives before. We were dealing with Democrat-run county legislators before. The DA here in Suffolk was a Democrat, but now we've got the legislature, they've got the county executive, they've got everything is Republican now. How does that help you going forward to, make us safer? Because crime was creeping up a couple of years ago here, and especially in Nassau.
Yeah, I think everyone is on the same page here in Suffolk. We have an excellent county executive in Romaine. You couldn't ask for better leadership. We have one of the best DAs in the country in Ray Tierney. Ray was instrumental in solving those Gilgo Beach murders, the serial killer that was plaguing Long Island. So we have people that take this seriously. They take leadership roles. They want to get this done. They want the public safe. Unfortunately, we're handcuffed both by the federal statutes that we had under Joe Biden, but also by the bail reform laws here in Long Island. So we're working collectively with our Republican legislature and our county executive and our DA, maybe make some changes on those fronts that we can really do what needs to be done, and that we don't have things like we had recently where we had a dismembered body dropped in a park for children to find. And we couldn't hold those people. We couldn't hold them on bail. They actually walked free. So it's surreal. Yeah. It's unthinkable. But we definitely have local leadership that is taking this fight head on.
Lou, we're out of time. I'd love to have you back, talk about the issues. In about 10 seconds, where can people follow you and get involved with the PBA?
Yes, please check us out on social media and on our website, www.suffolkpba.org.
All right. A lot of us feel better here on Long Island, especially since the Trump victory, and look forward to seeing you again, Lou. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. I wanted to show you guys one of my man on the street interviews. We always have fun with the Rav fans on the ground. Trump was epic in Vegas, going to the craps table, chanting USA in the casino for Donald Trump. Check this out. More Real America's Voice News fans waiting to get inside at the Circa Resort and Casino here. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. What are your names?
James, Holder, Candace.
Candace. Tammy.
Yeah, where are y'all from?
Rockford area, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Vegas.
Okay, great. Yeah, I spent time there and then in the Quad Cities down there. Why did you fly in just for this?
No, we happened to book a short vacation at the Trump Hotel, and then all this happened. He showed up, and this happened, so it was perfect.
You always carry Rav gear on you when you travel?
Absolutely. Everywhere.
All right, that's great. That's great. What do you do for a living?
I actually work for a nonprofit called American Majority. Yay!
Oh, wow. What do you do? What's your mission?
I'm a field coordinator, so I helped with the Trump campaign. We did 600,000 doors, 1 million phone calls, text messages, and we really got Las Vegas.
Wow, I don't want your phone bill. Wow, that's unbelievable. You got a lot of grass.
300 did that.
300 people?
Yeah, 300.
Where can people go and get involved?
AmericanMajority.com.
A lot of grassroots around on the ground here. And Candace, what do you do?
I'm a nurse practitioner.
Okay, in Illinois as well?
Yes.
How about you, sir?
I own and operate a small HVAC company.
How does it make you feel when you see Pritzker up there and Brandon Johnson, not addressing the elephant in the room with the illegals?
We need to get them out, but they need to be arrested and prosecuted. They cannot knowingly harbor illegal aliens. It's the law. We got to follow it. They should follow it too.
Illinois, it's not cheap to live there.
No, taxes are
That
ridiculous.
was the last 4 years.
Declining.
We see that a lot all over the country here. What's your perspective on this week? Have you ever seen such momentum in the first week of a presidency in your life?
No, I love it. It's absolutely needed. He's not playing around. It's time to get it done.
And what's your favorite show on Real America's Voice?
Oh gosh, there's so many of them. Steve Bannon, you, just the news, not the noise. I mean,
That's great.
I never change a channel.
Yeah, that's our audience. People turn it on in the morning. They don't turn it on at night. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, I got Pardon, Jay Sixer, Jay Johnston. I've got Mandy Gunasekara, the former EPA chief of staff under Donald Trump. And then I've got Tim Henschel from Hotel Planner. Now a message from Birch Gold. As countries around the world move away from the U.S. dollar, get gold today for 5,000 years. Gold has withstood inflation, geopolitical turmoil, stock market crashes, and the great news is you can still get it. You can own gold and silver in a tax-sheltered retirement account. Birch Gold makes it easy to convert your IRA or 401k into an IRA in precious metals. Just text the word America to 989898 to claim your free info kit on gold. 20 years experience in converting these IRAs and 401ks into precious metal IRAs. Birch Gold can help you today. Protect yourself today. Text the word America to 989898, an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Thousands of happy customers and countless 5-star reviews. Secure your future with gold today. Start today with your free info kit. There's no obligation. Text the word America to 989898 today.